We have seen Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. It states that it is impossible to determine the exact position and the exact momentum of a microscopic particle simultaneously and accurately. If delta x is the uncertainty in position and delta p is the uncertainty in momentum, then its product, that is delta x into delta p, is greater than or equal to h upon 4 pi, where h is the Planck's constant. Now, in the case of a microscopic particle like electron, where the mass that is mass of an electron is 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. So that mass you can separate from this delta p, delta x into delta m into v, that is the momentum, greater than or equal to h upon 4 pi, or delta x into m into delta v. So here this m, mass is constant for this electron, so which is greater than or equal to h upon 4 pi, or we can write delta x into delta v greater than or equal to h upon 4 pi m. For calculation we will be using equal sign, that is delta x into delta v is equal to h upon 4 pi m, where h is the Planck's constant. So when we concentrate on delta x, means to get the accuracy in position, then what will happen? The delta v, that the velocity, the correct velocity we cannot measure. If you are concentrating on this, then this will be, the uncertainty in position will be greater. If you are concentrating on position, then the uncertainty in velocity will be greater. If you are concentrating on velocity, the uncertainty in position will be much. So Heisenberg has given this equation, delta x into delta v is equal to h upon 4 pi m. So there is uncertainty in position, there is uncertainty in velocity. If you concentrate on one, the other uncertainty will be higher. Let's do some numerical based on this. Write the numerical. A microscope using suitable photons is employed to locate an electron in an atom within a distance (0.1 Armstrong). What is the uncertainty in velocity? What is the uncertainty in velocity? So what we have to calculate is delta v. Delta x that is given, means to find the electron, means in this gap, that is the delta x, this is the uncertainty. We are trying to reduce the distance, means we have to locate this electron properly. We are concentrating on the position of the electron. So this delta x is the uncertainty in position that is given, means within a distance 0.1 Armstrong. Within a distance 0.1 Armstrong. So delta x is given. Delta x is equal to 0.1 Armstrong, means 0.1 into 10 to the power minus 10 meter. We have to calculate delta V. So delta x into delta V is equal to h upon 4 pi m. Delta V is equal to h upon 4 pi m into delta V. What is h value? H value is 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 34 joules second. So, delta V is equal to, what is h? 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 34 joules second upon 4 pi, 4 into 3.14 into 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg into 0.1 into 10 to the power minus 10 meter. Now you see, J, what is 1 joule? 1 joule is equal to kilogram meter square second raised to minus 2. So you can do all this calculation using all these numbers. You can do this calculation, and after doing the calculation, suppose you got a value here. Let's see what is the unit. What is the unit coming from this? That is kg meter square second raised to minus 2. Then one more, this second, that is this second divided by kg, then 1 meter. So what all things get cancelled? Kg get cancelled, 1 meter get cancelled, so 1 meter will be remaining there. Then second raised to minus 2. Second raised to minus 2 means this much portion will be going in the denominator as second square. That means 1 second and 1 second will get cancelled. So in the denominator 1 second you can see. So what you are getting is value, that is the calculated value, 5.79 into 10 to the power 6 meter per second. This is the calculated value. Now you see the value, very huge value, very high value for delta V. What was the delta x? Delta x is, that is 0.1 into 10 to the power minus 10 meter. See this value is very less, but this value delta V is very high. So when you concentrate on delta x, when we are trying to locate that electron, that means the distance between, distance between these points, that means we are going to find or locate that electron between this distance. We are reducing that distance, and we reduce the distance to this much. That means we are accurate in measuring the position to locate the position of the electron. But that time what happens? See, this is very large. Uncertainty in velocity is very large. If you are concentrating on the location of the electron, that means you are trying to reduce this uncertainty delta x. You may be successful in that, but that simultaneously you cannot reduce that uncertainty in velocity, that is going very high value. If one is very low value, then you cannot think about the other thing that will be going out. So Heisenberg is telling, if you are unable to locate an electron, if you are unable to say the exact position of the electron and its current velocity, then how can you talk about the path of an electron? So to say the trajectory means the path. To say the trajectory of an electron in an atom, you should know the current position and the current velocity. Exactly, current velocity, position and velocity you should know. Then only you can talk about the path of an electron. Bohr said that, Bohr said what? Around this nucleus, electrons are moving in well defined circular path. How can we talk about a fixed path? Bohr said fixed path. Heisenberg is telling we are unable to say that. But you can say, yes, this is the probability of finding electron. This way electrons can be seen. Means he says only the probability of finding electron, where Bohr said fixed. Sir, Bohr gave fixed circular path for an electron. Bohr didn't consider what all things? This uncertainty principle and also the dual behavior of matter. De Broglie said there is dual behavior. Electron can act as a wave as well as a particle. Electron has got negligible mass. That means that wave nature is more. So, Bohr didn't consider these two aspects. What two aspects? That is dual behavior. Dual behavior of matter. For us here it is electron. Number 2, uncertainty principle. Bohr didn't consider these two things. By considering these two things, now we are going towards what? We are going towards quantum mechanical model. In quantum mechanical model, we consider the wave character of electron. Wave character of electron and uncertainty principle. Wave character of electron and that uncertainty principle. Delta x into delta v is greater than equal to h upon 4 pi m. This is uncertainty principle. Let's do one more numerical from uncertainty principle. A golf ball has a mass. A golf ball has a mass of 40 gram. Anyway, in that equation it is kg meter square second raised to minus 2. That means you have to convert this 40 grams into kilogram. 40 gram and speed of 45 meter per second. If the speed can be measured, within accuracy of 2%. Calculate the uncertainty in position. Calculate the uncertainty in position. Uncertainty in position means you have to calculate what? Delta x. What will be the unit? Meter, length, distance. Uncertainty in this distance you are going to locate. This delta x you have to find out. We are trying to reduce the distance and we are locating, or you say electron can be seen within this distance, like that. Okay, golf ball 40 gram. That means its mass is higher, not like our electron. whatever it is, you are going to calculate that delta x into delta v is greater than or equal to h upon 4 pi m. We have to calculate delta x. Delta v, they said 45 meter per second is the velocity and it's 2%. So delta v is equal to 45 into 2 upon 100, which is equal to 0.9 meter per second. Now you have to calculate delta x. Delta x is equal to, what is delta x? That is h upon 4 pi. H means 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second. Joules. Joules means kilogram meter square second raised to minus 2. Then second, one more second divided by 4 into 3.14 into m. What is m? What is m? M is 40 grams, means 40 upon 1000 kilogram. 40 upon 1000 kilogram. Then what else? That is delta V. Delta V is 0.9 meter per second. See, you are going to find out delta x. So do not put a unit for delta x. The delta x unit, its unit will be coming automatically, it will be coming by this cancellation, it will be getting deduced from this equation. So here, what all things you have to see? See, kg got cancelled. Meter, 1 meter got cancelled. Then this second will go here. That means second raised to 2. Second raised to 2 and second raised to minus 2. This much they got cancelled. So here, after calculation, what is remaining is only meter. Of course, in that distance, that is the uncertainty. In that distance, you can see this electron. Delta x, that is the uncertainty in position. After calculation, you will be getting the value 1.46 into 10 to the power minus 33. This is delta x, that is the uncertainty in position. Means this is very less. Uncertainty is very less. Of course, it is a golf ball. You can make out such a macroscopic substance. You can easily make out, you can easily see that golf ball. So that's about this uncertainty principle. We are going towards this quantum mechanical model. So seeing these two aspects. What are the two aspects? Our two aspects are dual nature of matter. What is dual nature of matter? Matter can act as a wave as well as particle. If the mass is high, then wavelength will be very less. Lambda is equal to h upon p. This is for dual behavior. Given by de Broglie. Lambda is equal to h upon mv, mass into velocity. Means mass and lambda are inversely proportional. So that is what De Broglie was telling dual behavior. If mass is higher, lambda is very small. They are inversely proportional. So electrons mass being very small, 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. Mass is very small, that means lambda is very high. Electron is a wave. Electron can act as a wave. So we will be talking the wave nature of electron. You know what is a wave? Wave has got a wavelength, at the same time frequency. A wave is characterized by a wavelength and frequency. So instead of telling fixed path, see Bohr said fixed path, you can see a wave, electron, a wave around this nucleus. So we will be considering the wave nature. Wave, a wave can be expressed in what format? A wave can be expressed by this letter psi. Psi is the wave function to represent an electron. To represent an electron, we use this wave function psi. So, considering the wave nature and Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, we will be doing quantum mechanical model. So, we are going to quantum mechanics. This is developed independently in 1926 by Heisenberg. And independently Heisenberg did his work and Schrodinger did his own work. Schrodinger. So in Bohr model, we learnt only circular path. We didn't consider the wave nature, means we never talked about lambda. We never talked about that wave function. For the wave motion of an electron in a 3D space around the nucleus, Schrodinger put forward the following equation. What is that following equation? That is called Schrodinger wave equation. This is for what? For the wave motion. For the wave motion means in this way. For the wave motion of an electron in an atom, for the wave motion of an electron in a 3D space, this is 2D space. Now here it is 3D space. So to show in a 3D space around the nucleus, Schrodinger put forward an equation known as Schrodinger wave equation. Schrodinger wave equation. So this will give a 3D, the wave motion in 3D space. Wave motion of an electron in 3D space around the nucleus in an atom. This equation looks like this. That is del square psi by del x square plus del square psi by del y square. Second derivative plus del square psi by del z square plus 8 pi square m upon h square, h is a Planck's constant, into E, total energy, minus V into psi is equal to 0. This equation was put forward by Schrodinger and it is called Schrodinger wave equation. Second derivative, del square psi by del x square, means all the axes they have given in 3D space, x axis, y axis and z axis. So it gives a 3D picture, 3D movement, the wave function of an electron in a 3D space around the nucleus in an atom. This equation, you don't have to learn this equation. This equation is given for us, it is shortened in the form of h psi is equal to E psi. This equation, you have to learn this equation in this format only. H psi, this is an operator. We have 4 operations. What are all operations we have learned? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, like that we have some operations. So here h psi is equal to E psi. This H is called Hamiltonian operator. Hamiltonian operator. Hamiltonian operator. When this operator is made on this psi, we will be getting some solutions for this energy, solutions for the energy and solutions for this psi. So this equation, it is very difficult to solve this equation, that you will study in higher classes. On solving, when the Schrodinger wave equation is solved for hydrogen atom, this is solved for hydrogen atom, the solutions gave the possible energy levels. The solutions gave possible energy levels, that is n is equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. as in the case of Bohr model, that is K, L, M, N, etc. So when it is solved for hydrogen atom, first it was solved for hydrogen atom only, the solutions gave the possible energy levels and the corresponding wave functions psi for an electron associated with each energy level. So these energy levels, that means these energy levels and the wave functions are characterized by certain numbers called quantum numbers. Quantum numbers, by using some numbers, you are going to specify an orbital, you are going to specify an electron. So quantum mechanics deals with the complete aspect of an electron. Quantum mechanics gives, means it includes the dual nature of matter, it includes the uncertainty principle. So uncertainty principle, that gives only the probability of finding electron. We use that term orbital. What is orbital? Orbital is the region around the nucleus where probability of finding electron is maximum. We say the probability of finding electron is maximum. It is only a probability. In quantum mechanics, we include both the things, uncertainty principle and the dual nature. Based on that, Schrodinger put forward this Schrodinger wave equation. What is Schrodinger wave equation? H psi is equal to E psi. We can solve this equation. After solving this equation, we get solutions which will be telling something about the orbital, something about the electron. We say the complete address of an electron, that we will be doing tomorrow. Thank you.